I recently got to use my business credit card points for the very first time to travel to Iceland. I was there for 8 days and I am so excited to share all my footage with you all. But today I wanted to bring you along for my vacation reset since I just got back and I have to really get back into the groove for work. I always like to leave my suitcase right by my laundry room so that I unpack everything as soon as possible. I always try to bring some face masks with me, and they really paid off because the weather was so cold and dry there. I had to bring so much winter gear for this trip, so it was kind of hard to pack for, and I had to do 2 loads of laundry. And I had to bring my waterproof hiking boots, so they took up so much space in my luggage. But they were such a necessary investment, so I'm so glad I already had a pair. Here is all of the paper, junk and trash, maps, receipts, paper wrappers, everything that I got for my junk journal spreads. I didn't really get souvenirs just because 1, I don't really have people to shop for, and 2, I didn't feel like Iceland had that many souvenir-worthy items. So I did grab Icelandic chocolate and some really cute gel pens for my sister. She was able to watch my dog Safi while we were gone, so I was really grateful and wanted to bring her something special. I know it's not anything expensive, but I think it's just the thought that counts. And I got a set of the penguin pens for myself as well, since both of us like to journal. They're so cute.
I am unboxing... Oh man, the envelopes already have issues. I'm unboxing a big order of note cards, and I mostly restocked holiday note cards for the upcoming festive season. So let's see how these turned out. Why did they pack them like this? This makes sense, but this is so weird. Okay. So, I surprisingly don't feel as tired as expected, considering we just flew back in yesterday from our trip. And I think a big part of that is actually because I started working out more. And I really noticed it when we were on our hikes. Felt like my endurance was in a pretty good place to handle everything, so I'm seeing the payoff, which is really great. These are always a fun surprise to unbox because I don't know what is under what, and it's a surprise to me. The Avo Merry Christmas card. I asked you all if you preferred the matte version or the gloss, and everyone said matte, so I just kept it the same. Sometimes I run into this issue where the cutoff line for the printer still shows up on the card, which means I have to manually cut it with a paper cutter on my own. You can kind of see it, like those little kind of dotted lines. It's kind of annoying because I have to do more labor in order to fix them, which is not something I signed up for. So yeah, this one has a spot here, so that's gonna go into the grade B pile. And since the errors for grade B are so minimal, I just put it up for like a super small discount. If people, don't really care if there's like a little mark like this, then you might get 25 cents or 50 cents off. A lot of these have marks on it, unfortunately, so that's not great. But luckily it's not on the design. It's kind of like along the side. Okay. Time to start making piles. And this is why my desk never gets clean. Always new stuff coming in. Okay. I save all the backing cards to assist with packaging or when I'm organizing some of my sun catcher bins as the little tabs. More Avo Merry Christmas. Again, these dotted lines are showing up on them. I was also debating if I wanted to get cuter envelopes, especially for the holiday ones. These come with white envelopes, which are really simple. They're just plain white envelopes, which I think they do the job. But a bright red one or a really pretty green one might look nice for the holidays. I would have to pay extra to find a manufacturer who has the cards that the envelopes that I like, which is kind of a bummer, but if enough people are interested in it, I would absolutely look into it. So these cards have been out of stock for a little while, and I know that everyone has been really loving it, so I wanted to bring it back. I feel like they kind of work as like an encouraging check-in card, and they work all year round. Designing cards is oddly challenging. I think it's because I don't have a graphic design background, so I don't really feel like I have an understanding of orientation and like spacing out a design. So drawing things is a lot more intuitive to me, but placing it on a card is a lot harder. So I think I want to take a design class if possible. I have a lot of things I want to do, and a design class and a marketing class I think would be very beneficial, since I am trying to run a small business with no previous business experience, and there's always something new to learn, so I think that's something I want to look into. These were almost out of stock, so I got the My Life Would Suck Without You. Actually, I don't even think it was almost. I think these are out of stock. I used to offer all of these stickers individually with the 3 cacti in the series, but it did not do well, and it's one of my favorite designs. I even had it on a sticky note for a while, and it just wasn't moving, so I had to discontinue them. I brought it back as a sticker with all of them together, and this one does so much better. So I guess the individual designs weren't as favorable, but having them all together made it cuter, or maybe there was like more to look at visually. I'm not sure, but I'm always experimenting to see if a certain product gets a different response in a different format or with small tweaks in it, because I do spend so much time designing things, and when they don't really find their people, it is a little disappointing. But you gotta just keep going and see what you can do. Wow, this set printed really well. I don't see... Oh, that one has a speck that's not gonna come off. Again, spoke too soon, but just one out of like, what is this, like a pack of 30? Meowie holidays. Everyone really likes this design for, out of all of the Christmas cards and holiday cards I designed last year. So I knew I had to bring this one back. It has a matching sticker also. And I do want to design a few more cards. I don't know if I'm going to have time to be honest. I kind of don't want to stress myself out about feeling like an immense level of pressure to design a bunch of things. But it would be nice to have a few new designs, even if it's not a card, but just like a little holiday launch with maybe some kind of winter themed goodies. And it's kind of like every time you go on vacation, you also feel kind of bad because you're like, oh, I'm missing out on all this time to do work, and vacation guilt is awful. It's like something I'm really like, don't do it. So on this trip, I had really minimal internet connection. I thought I was gonna have data, but it turned out the data wasn't working for me. So I mainly just checked to see if my videos were posting on my social media correctly when I had Wi-Fi at like restaurants or hotels or something. And I'm really grateful when I think back on it, because I think that was a really good break from social media. I tend to have to do a lot of doom scrolling when I look for sounds and trends. So it's kind of nice to just force myself to get a break from it all. And I know I need it, so... Uh-oh, here are the dotted lines again. Yeah, so this month I think I'm going to draw my stationery club designs a little bit later, which doesn't affect really anything as long as it arrives this month. I already started both of the designs, so I kind of know how long it's going to take me. But as long as I finish everything by like the midpoint of the month, I'm usually good.
They're so cute. There's little black-eyed daisies over there. Girl Safi. Oh man. Oh. That went so far. That was a really good throw, though. Wasn't it, Safi? Loves the hills. It's new. Though. Oh, the tree really is in the way. It's like right there. Behind the tree. Oh! That's a par. That's a par. Right there. Hi, Safi.